Good morning. Oops. Can't really see, can you? Oh dear. Cough it up. Might be a gold watch. Sorry about the noise. Clank, crank, cranky, Frankie, cranky. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. God, it might be better for you, but it's horrible for me. I've got a light shining in my face and I've only just woken up. Yeah, there you go. Let's tilt it up a bit. Cool. Must look like a beacon. Let's hope I'm a beacon of hope. Let's hope I'm a beacon of hope. Setting your intentions. Oh, okay. This is weird. I didn't know what to call this, didn't know what I was going to talk about. And it's already Saturday, January the 25th, 2025. 125 2025. And it's 525, 525. The numbers are coming. Experience teaches you a lot of things. It does. Lots of years. Or, alternatively, teaches you nothing. Forget. Duality. Dreams. Where'd you get your education? Where didn't you get an education? Cold this morning. What did religion teach you? What did society teach you? What did you learn that you can't forget? And what did you forget that you can't learn? I don't know. All of these things are part of the great mystery of life. Mystery. Oh gosh. Can't get anything to work correctly. There we go. Everything's delicately balanced. Except me. I am considerably unbalanced. The boat is rocking. Sorry. Should have woken up a little bit more before I tried to speak. Thinking is out of the question. Speaking should be. Although I don't want my experience of life up to this point to be anything more than a distant echo. But just forming a sentence right now seems highly unlikely. So I think I know I titled this. I was writing I was writing something down. Angel, because I dreamt. I had weird dreams last night. Angel, and I put angelic demon, and then I put demonic angel. You know, it's like this. And I don't wish to, but I I have to address the elephant in the room. So, how are you, Mr. Elephant? I'm fine, thank you. But we don't normally talk to you because, you know, in polite society, we're not supposed to say these things. And we're not supposed to see you, really. But we can't help it. The real elephant in the room is you. It's all you. Everything. It's all you. Well, surely that's going to have a... Once you discover that, you know, your influence comes back to you, and you could, you know, all of those things that it's like, wow. So I can do anything I want. I can go anywhere I want. I can be anything I want. Wow. This world's mine. This is God's playground. And I'm God. Oh, well, bully for you. Well, then I'm having this, and I'm having some of that. I'm having whatever I want, really. Ay, ay, ay. How can we possibly be granted the power of greed, of avarice, of this? And not see it as a bad. I mean, and this gift, this. We're here. We've been here for a long time, in my case, but we're here. Wow, a new person in the chat. Yes, we are. Hi. I don't know who you are. You called me, but the fact that you called me friend. Hi, my friend. Yes, we are. We are here. This is it. Da, 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 da. We're it. We're it. We're here. This is ours. What's next? Whatever you want. Yeah, it took a while though. I mean, gosh, I don't know. It took me so long. I mean, it took me so long to get it. See, I'm complaining already. This is the nature of my conditioning. Is I'm now complaining about it. I'm here. It's all mine. I can do what I want. conditioned. From the moment you come into this realm to the moment you leave it, the conditioning permeates your being. It's we're as good as the best and we're as bad as the worst. And somewhere in there is us. And I don't know which way I'm going to stretch this out, and how long I'm going to stretch this out. But I do know that in there somewhere is this grain of sand. And that grain of sand is in between your sock and your foot, in your shoe for the rest of your life. You'll get used to it, but you'll feel it when you start being too forceful. So be light. Be lighter in your being, and you don't feel that stone, that little grain of sand that is you within you. You see what I'm saying, though? Self-harm is the worst harm, because you go out like a tiger and you go out like, what am I? Why am I like, you turn to the darker side, the darker arts all the time in order to, you're frightened, so you frighten others. Your fear, so you put fear in others. These are all things that we do unwittingly a lot of the time. So anyway, that's the big picture. Angelic demon or demonic angel. Once you've professed to the greater good in this world, the idea that you are, what's the word Danny Katz use? Omniscopic. Here we go. Omniscopic. I like that. You can see everything. I think it's everywhere. I'm generating a meaning. Okay, I'm gonna put this meaning, because the thing is, all words can mean anything they want, but I like omniscopic, so I'm going to put this in the chat as a dance piece created by choreographer Baroka Nagy. Nagy was inspired to create the piece after observing how people's behavior is affected by being constantly watched and heard. Constantly watched and heard. Omniscopic. I like that. So what's the meaning of life? Because that's a simple one, isn't it? That's you have to tackle all the little tiny questions on the way to the big one. But it's like the little tiny questions, the ones that bug you, the ones that like nag at you, like a mosquito in a tent when you're camping, or like a bed and a bug in your bed or something. It's like, God damn, I'm huge, and this little tiny thing, the grain of sand in the shoe. These are all the little questions are meant to irritate. So as you answer the little ones, and then you get to the big one. So I'm going to ask the little one first. The little thing, the little tiny thing that's so unimportant. But I'm going to ask that little question first. Who am I? Titapua Roberts. Titapua Roberts. I don't know how I know you, or if I know you at all. But if you're still there, ask me a question, T, because I'm really just making a daily diary, and I'm enjoying life. Who am I not? Oh, thank you. That's brilliant. Oh, spot on, mate. Spot on. For if I am, then I am not. If I be, then I not be. To be is the name of a pencil. No, to be or not to be. Yeah. Or to be, of course. Well, no, because we can't be without not being, can we? I mean, it's like so many people have had their world shaken, and this is the thing that I'm seeing in society, and it's still, to me, a little bit henny penny-ish. No, thank you. It's a little bit henny penny-ish, isn't it? It's like here's the gift of life. You are allowed to do what you will. You try to be who you are, and you start to dance, and it's omniscopic. Oi. Sorry. Oh. If you live your life knowing that you're being watched and listened to, which is the basic tenet of every religion. See, we think we're of a generation, or my generation, from the 50s, 1950s through to the 2025s, whatever. We're getting, I'm getting to the point where I'm of a generation that believes that these modern times that we live in have overstepped their mark. They're an intrusion in your life. And they are, in some ways, an intrusion, right? But they're no more of an intrusion than anything that came previously if you don't give them power to be that intrusion. So a person who is born, let's go back to places in our somewhat ridiculous history as human beings on this planet, and go, wow, who am I? I am omnipotent. I can do anything. I'm omniscopic. I can be anywhere. I can do whatever I want. I'm okay. Right. What do I choose to do with my life? I can go on an adventure. I can find a better place to exercise my free will without harming others as much, because I like us. We're human beings. I like us. We're good. Thank you. That's a very, very good question. What does man learn from man's history? Yeah. Well, it's his story, isn't it? What we've learned is his story. It's not our story. Our individual and our collective story is one of war and peace, whereas it should be war or peace. That way we can just not associate with those that are violent and choose to live separate but brilliant lives. It'll be like watching fireworks. It's not really war. It's wow. But it's them, it's not me. I'm not doing that. I choose not to do that. So optimal choice is being presented to us, and that checkered past of history is teaching us to be more peaceful, but we don't know how. Well, yes, we do. We actually do know how. We need to feed and clothe and educate and be compassionate and be empathetic to others and help others if we're in a position of experienced knowledge of being on this planet. We can't ignore the needs of those that are worse off than ourselves, because the people that are better off than ourselves still want to play soldiers. They still want to kill. So no, fuck them. We have to choose to be more peaceful, more loving, more kind. Simple, really. Yeah. What does man learn from man's history? He learns that man don't learn from man's history as a whole. Yeah. I mean, it is coming down to this excuse me, this choice, this activated choice that we have, because it's only a very narrow window. Human experience is narrow window. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back. Maybe I'll come back. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave this realm and go to another realm that's either advanced in some ways or progressed in some way. I don't know. But that great mystery I'm okay with, because whilst I'm experiencing this, I'm learning to be more peaceful, more kind, more caring, and empathetic. And the problem with the mantle of empathy is you feel other people's pain, and those that cause pain to themselves, is ultimately affects you, because your empathy goes, no, stop hurting yourself, please. I will help you, so you end up being sort of martyring yourself to a cause of humanity. Well, sorry, but it's your job to help others. You do have a job. You know, a lot of people have said to me, have you ever had a real job? And I said, what's a real job? You know, I need to explain that to some people because they felt that they've been wearing the manacles of slavery to a system they don't agree with. They feel like that's what they've been doing all their life. And why aren't I? Come on, why aren't you in a job you hate? But I do. The real work is to love and help and support others. That's the real work of life. That's your job. But because it's such a fucking big job, and I've taken full responsibility for it like a lunatic, instead of just accepting things and just going along with it, well, I can't witness this without actually stepping in and going, stop fighting. Will you please stop fighting? If there is any mercy in this world, please stop fighting. We can peacefully talk about this. We can peacefully resolve any contradictions. Darth Revan, the Eternal War. Yes, it is. It is. I'm not talking about the one that, you know, the current war that's a psychological war, and they're pulling and pushing us, seeing if they can bend our morality, make it shape that they really like, and then put the chip in the back of our head. I'm not talking about that morality, that war, that psyop. Well, or am I? I mean, because I'm seeing it in a place that is supposedly one of the freest societies in the world. I'm seeing them fighting each other, and I'm like, wait a minute, you got it all, stop fighting. Yeah, it's all ours, I know, but and you want to own the sandpit that we're playing in. Okay, it's fine, you own it, but I'm playing in it too. What? You want to take it all and you want to kick me out? No, that doesn't work that way. So we're at that point, aren't we? It's a very tentative time in human history, because we're kind of letting the bullies win, aren't we? The ones who want to be bullies. It's not good. Thank you. Darth met angels. Yes. Yeah, well, there you go. It's like when you try and explain to another human that you've met angels in human form, and I have many, they go, oh, yeah, really? Because you are judging another human as having an angelic quality. But the thing is, I thought I saw angels because I'm in the city of angels, Los Angeles. I thought I saw angels here. But then when I turned my face away from them, in my peripheral vision, they flashed red and they were demons. And I look back and there's a demon, and I'm like, weren't you an angel just now? There it is, you see. When we pedestalize that angelic quality into a fellow human, it's no different from pedestalizing the demon. It's no different. It's just we have to adopt within this feeling of doing our level best in this world, regardless of those fluctuating angelic demons or demonic angels. Regardless, we still have our human duty to take care of those that are worse off than yourself. It's just love. It doesn't hurt. And help me in a rainstorm. They protect from Satan. Yes, they do if you're a believer in Satan. But what's the book I read? It doesn't matter that I've experienced a lot of other people's learnings as well as my own. But yeah, the satanic verses. There are demons that believe they're angels, and there are angels that believe they're demons. But I'm glad you had an angel. I've had experience of a being in a situation that saved my life that wasn't there. So I understand experiencing angels. I don't know if I'd call him an angel, maybe a guardian. But to put the mantle of angel on whoever it was that was sat there, that was in my peripheral vision, that when I looked around was gone. So I feel protected. I feel very protected. But that's great. Someone helped you. Michael Gabriel Raphael. He gave you his name? Wow. So sad for your state, my friend. The state of California is in a mess because we have bad stewards. You see? And we've also given the power of the collective within our state to demonic families for 40 or 50 years. We said, well, we'll put you in charge. And again, you look like you're going to help us. And demon. Yes, I would get out of there. No, I'm not a runner. I'm not a runner, mate. I can't. I have to make this ridiculous stance. I'm sorry. I can't help but battle the demon because it's inside. It's also outside, but it's reflected inside. I was tempted, so very tempted by the entertainment industry. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. Oh my gosh, you English are so artistic. Oh, come play shows here. We'll play you on the radio. You can be an artist. Oh, art direct this music video. Oh, run this nightclub. Oh, play in all of these things were and all part of my life's rich tapestry. But the whole time it's like, what are you? What are you giving me? The hedonistic, the nihilistic, I mean, all of these things. Why are you giving me all these things when I already have them? And then slamming the door shut when they find out your true intention. So yeah, I'm not going to run. I found a way that, see, if you go around the back of the building, there's this fire escape. And someone, thank goodness for this one, or maybe more than one, but someone has wedged the door open slightly on the fire door at the back of the building. So when I go, and I do my thing. And people go, wow, look at the sunlight here. Isn't it gorgeous? The way the light naturally comes up, oh my God, from behind us, and it lights up the ocean. And then we have these beautiful sunsets. And we have we can be in the desert and then climb a mountain and ski and then come down into the valleys and then out into the beautiful Pacific Ocean. California is a beautiful place. And then those people in, because I snuck back in, those people, they go, wow, and we're ruining it. Stop. We have to stop. That's all I can do, really, isn't it? Influence. There are good people doing bad things here. Very true. And there are bad people pretending to do good things. And that's the problem. We've been following the great pretenders. So an awareness is needed. I've always been around. Yes, they have. They fight for a reason. Otherwise, the devil would have humans for breakfast. They've always been around. Devils think they are angels, vice versa. Love your analogies and wise words. Thank you. I borrowed them from somewhere. I fought one on the astral plane. You should be grateful, not judgmental. I'm entirely grateful for having a long and beautiful experience as a human being, having seen angels and demons, but having seen them and chosen to tread the middle path between the angels and the demons. And I'm in a place where they've become absolutely obvious to me, angels and demons. They've been absolutely obvious to me. And it's become much easier, much, much, much easier by being amongst these sharks that are beautiful creatures gliding around and knowing when I should put on the shark repellent and when I don't need to. Love is the ultimate gift for everyone to give to the world. It's an unconditional love. And I'm incredibly fortunate to have had many different types of love in my life, but the one that always comes back to, it's like it settles into me, but it's the unconditional love that I'm experiencing, and I've experienced it from the moment I was born, and I'll experience it again in a really true fashion, I believe, the moment I die. But I remember it often. I remind myself of it. Remembering is reminding yourself. So remembering that all the time is where I try and fix my being. That's why I do this. Oh, wow, I've gone way, way longer than I thought I would. 40 minutes. Rephrase, we should be grateful and not judgmental. Not just... Now, the problem's absolutely 100% in humanity. It's within us. Yeah, I mean, do I have a spiritual connection? Yeah, of course. I mean, but I also have a human connection. So I have mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual connection. And I try and work hard making that a balanced way of being: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual. But the thing is, I'm trying to transmit and receive. So that there, but for the grace of God, this is what separates us. Woo. But it's also what defines us. See? And this is what we're doing. We're making a fist. Instead of opening our hands, we're making a fist. Open your hands. You see, it's that simple. You don't even have to think about it. It's not like you're going, oh my God, I can't open my hand. You're not. It's the open hand. Thank you, Darth. Thank you, T Tapua. Today I'm going to try and start writing a new piece of music because I'm inspired to. Go out there and love people. It's important. I love you. I better go now because these chats, if they go too long. Oh, Trish Williamson. Thank you for love and peace. I get the emojis now. I'm starting to. I get the emojis. Oof, I better take something. I'm getting the emojis. No, I get them now. See, I always thought that one was God, like praying. But it's thank you. And I like that. Love, peace, and harmony. Yes. Comrade, have a nice day. I love what you're doing with the new languages that you're learning, and you're being a thoughtful and brilliant architect with your new language. I like that. Stay safe, my friend. Make your music is therapy. It is music. Well, I believe that creation, to be part of the creative process, but to create is extremely therapeutic. It's beyond therapy. So yes. All right. I love you. I'm going to go now. Get on with my day. Thank you so much for joining me in the chat. I love you all. The universe loves music. Yes, because life is a dance, isn't it? We have to dance, dance, dance. Excuse me. I need another cup of coffee because I'm barely awake. All right. Love and peace. Be all that you can be.